It was a quiet Sunday, the kind of suburban calm where you expect the sound of lawnmowers or kids on bikes. Instead, I heard the click of a safety. A gun was pointed at my wife. Rachel stood steady on the porch, eyes calm, hands loose at her sides. Across from her loomed Gavin Mercer, self-styled neighborhood security chairman, his fake badge gleaming under the sun. Two men flanked him, one already trembling with a drawn weapon. Neighbors froze in place, Mrs. Harper clutching her dog, kids abandoning their basketball mid-game. The whole block held its breath. "This community follows rules," Gavin barked, savoring the drama. Then a gun discharged. The shot splintered wood inches from Rachel's shoulder. Gasps and screams erupted, but Rachel never flinched. She stared Gavin down, hawk-like, as if she had been here before. And in that silence, I realized Gavin had already lost control. We hadn't moved to Maple Ridge for war. We came for peace. After years of city deadlines, I longed for normalcy. Rachel, who told neighbors she was a fitness consultant, seemed to agree. We planted flowers, walked the curved streets, and accepted banana bread from Mrs. Harper. Gavin lived 2 doors down. At first, he was the perfect neighbor, fixing leaks, hosting barbecues, waving from his driveway. People admired the police cruiser parked out front, believing his story. But little cracks showed. His wife Claire never spoke freely. His questions about Rachel felt probing, and his eyes never stopped assessing. When we replaced our crumbling fence with a permitted 6-foot iron one, Gavin's mask slipped. He glared from his lawn, muttered about community harmony, and soon a forged legal notice appeared in our mailbox, demanding we cut the fence down. Neighbors began avoiding us. Anonymous notes appeared. Outsiders never understand. The campaign of pressure had begun. Gavin escalated, parading neighbors into our yard, declaring Rachel a national security threat because of her classified work. Fear rippled through the crowd, but Rachel stayed cold, unreadable. That night, I began to see her differently. The jogs, the watchful eyes at restaurants, the calm under fire. They weren't quirks. They were training. When I pressed her, Rachel admitted what I'd never guessed. She wasn't just a fitness consultant. She had training, connections, and a hidden past. Gavin wasn't even Gavin. His real name was Gavin Mitchell, a fraud who'd impersonated authority across states to push families out and profit from their homes. Worse, someone was feeding him classified information. Rachel reached out to an FBI contact, Agent Reed. Gavin, Reed confirmed, was already on their radar. This wasn't just neighborly bullying. It was part of an organized scheme. And Rachel decided we weren't going to cower anymore. She called her plan Operation Exposure. Lure Gavin into the open and strip him bare in front of everyone. The trap was set. An HOA meeting in our driveway, cameras hidden, the FBI nearby. Neighbors gathered, Gavin strutting with his fake badge. Rachel confronted him, her calm cutting through his bluster. She projected his forged documents and mugshots onto a screen. The crowd erupted, accusations, gasps, betrayal. Cornered, Gavin pulled his pistol. The neighborhood froze. Rachel didn't. In a blur, she disarmed him, dropped him to the pavement, and bound him with zip ties. "You're under citizen's arrest," she declared, her voice steady as iron. The crowd roared. Phones streamed it live. Sirens wailed. This time, the real cops came. But even as Gavin was dragged away, sneering that Mitchell was only the beginning, Rachel knew it wasn't over. Months later, Oakwood Heights healed. Neighbors rebuilding, kids laughing, Rachel teaching them awareness instead of fear. The fence that sparked it all now stood as a symbol. Not division, but resilience. And at night, when Rachel pinned that golden trident to her jacket, I understood. She wasn't just my wife. She was a protector, and together we were ready for whatever came next.